All right, you guys, today is a review day. So hopefully you are doing this assignment. You're watching this video on Monday, November 30th. Okay, so that means that next time, Wednesday, December 2nd, you are going to have a test. Okay, so today we are reviewing. So we'll have our review notes. So watch this video. Then you'll have your review assignment. Remember that you are allowed to use notes on your tests. So I highly recommend that you print off this blank copy of the notes and fill it out, because this will encompass everything that is on your test, okay? So let's get into it. So on number 1, it is asking us to simplify each expression by combining like terms. Okay, so like terms, let's go ahead and define this really quick. So I'll zoom out just a sec. Okay, so let's go ahead and define like terms. Okay, a like term has to have the same variable. Okay, so if it has a variable, it has to have the same variable, so same letter, and have the same power. So if they both have an x, but one x is squared and the other x is not squared, that would be not a like term, right? So they either have to have the same variable or they don't have a variable, and that variable has to be to the same power, okay? So let's look at number 1. So let's go ahead and combine like terms on number 1. So what like terms do we see for number 1? So I see that my first term is this single x. Okay, so where else do I have an x? Right here, 4x, right? So then I have x, 1x plus 4 more x's. Okay, how many x's do I have? X plus 4x. It's going to give me 5x. Whoops, sorry, just bumped my phone. Okay, so we have 5x. Now we have this negative 3. Okay, the negative 3 is all that's left. So since that can't combine with anything, we can just write it on the end. And there is our simplified expression. Okay, so 5x minus 3 is our simplified expression. Okay, let's look at number 2. Okay, let's look at our first term in number 2. Our first term is just this single n. Okay, look at our second term. Does it have an n attached? Yes, it does. So these guys are actually both like terms. So this is like saying 1n minus 3n. So what is 1n minus 3n? Or what is 1 minus 3? That's going to give us negative 2n. Okay, and that is our simplified expression. Okay, let's look at number 3 now. Okay, so it's asking us to simplify each expression, but I'm actually going to add a little bit to the directions using the distributive property. Okay, so let me zoom out so you can see that. Okay, copy that down if you're writing it down. Okay, we are going to simplify these expressions by using the distributive property. Okay, and what are we actually doing when we are distributing? Okay, what are we doing? What does that mean? Are we adding them? Are we subtracting them? Dividing them? We are always multiplying. Okay, so whenever it tells us to distribute, we know that we are multiplying. Okay. So we'll zoom back in. Let's look at number 3. Okay, so whenever we are distributing, you want to find the parentheses. Okay, so I see my parentheses right here, and then I want to find the number that's right in front of the parentheses. Okay, on this one, it is negative 7. Okay, so negative 7 needs to distribute to everything inside the parentheses. Okay, so it needs to multiply to both terms inside. So we have negative 7 times the first term, which is 8p. Okay, so let's take this one step at a time. First, we have negative 7 times 8. Okay, what is negative 7 times 8? You can always use a calculator. times 8 is going to give me negative 56. Okay, and then how many p's were being multiplied? Just that one piece, so negative 56p. Okay, our next piece is going to be that negative 7 multiplying to the positive 9. Okay, so we have negative 7 times 9. Okay, well, what is negative 7 times 9? It's going to give me 60, make sure, yep, negative 63. Okay, so negative 63. So these guys are just pieces of the final expression. So we have negative 56p minus 63, and that is our simplified expression. Okay, let's do number 4. So find your parentheses, and what is the number that's right in front of those parentheses? We have negative 6. So negative 6 needs to multiply to everything inside. So first it needs to multiply to this 10x. So negative 6 times 10x. Okay, and let's take this one step at a time. So we have negative 6 times 10. What is that going to give me? Negative 60. Okay, and then how many x's were being multiplied? Just that one, so negative 60x. Okay, now we need to take negative 6 times negative 6. Okay, remember a negative times a negative is always a positive, so then 6 times 6 is going to give me 36. Okay, again, these guys are just pieces to our final expression, so then all we got to do is write them together. So negative 60x and a positive 36, so plus 36. And that is our simplified expression. Okay, number 5. Find your parentheses. What is the number right in front of the parentheses? Negative 5. So negative 5 needs to distribute to both things inside. The first thing it needs to distribute to is the 3x. So we take negative 5 times 3x. Okay, let's take negative 5 times 3 first. Negative 5 times 3 is going to give me negative 15. Okay, and how many x's were being multiplied? 1x, so negative 15x. Okay, now we need to take our negative 5 and multiply it to positive 9. So negative 5 times 9 is going to give me a negative times a positive, gives me a negative. 5 times 9, 45. Okay, last step, rewrite them together. So we have negative 15x minus 45, and that is our simplified answer. Okay, number 6. Okay, what is the number right in front of our parentheses? It's going to be positive 8. So 8 needs to multiply to both things inside. So we have 8 times n. Okay, this is like saying we have 8 times 1. Okay, that's that coefficient. So what is 8 times 1? That is going to give me 8. Okay, and how many n's were being multiplied? 1 n, so 8n. Okay, next piece, 8 times positive 1. Okay, what is 8 times 1? It's just going to give me 8. Okay, so these guys are just pieces of our expression. So we have 8n plus 8, and that is our simplified expression. Okay. All right, let's look at number 7. Okay, see your parentheses. What is the number right in front of the parentheses? We have positive 4. Okay, so positive 4 needs to multiply to both terms inside. Okay, so first we have a 4 times the 3. Okay, so what is 4 times 3 going to give me? It's going to give me 12. Okay, and then our next piece, 4 times 9n. Okay, let's take it one step at a time. So we have 4 times 9. Okay, that is going to give me 36. And then I had 1n being multiplied, so 36n. All right, write these two pieces together. So we have 12 and then a positive 36n, so plus 36n. Okay, last example, number 8. Okay, what is the number right in front of the parentheses that needs to distribute? It's going to be this positive 4. So we have 4 times the x and the 9. Okay, so what is 4 times x going to give me? Again, this is like saying 4 times 1. That's just going to give me 4. And then I had 1x being multiplied, so 4x. Okay, now the 4 needs to be multiplied to the 9. So then 4 times 9, that is going to give me 36. Okay, so I have 4x and 36, so just write them together. So 4x with the positive 36, so plus 36, and there is our simplified expression. Okay, you guys have a review assignment to do now. It is pretty much exactly like the problems on your notes. Okay, so you're going to have to combine like terms on a couple of them, and then you're going to have to use the distributive property to simplify the expression. Okay, your test will pretty much be exactly the same format, same types of questions as your review today. Okay, bye.